Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2K action. Myself, Benson, joined by the wonderful Mr. Exon. We kind of went for the twinsy look today.
We look the same.
We're
the same but different.
You stayed at mine last night. You decided you wanted to copy my apparel. That's fine.
Yep.
Don't blame you.
Right. I received these awesome sweatshirts. Mom of Scum and Scum
cool.
sent them over to me. I got both of them. I thought about holding yours hostage. I put mine on. I thought it was very nice. I like it.
They're really good.
It's very soft and
like
fluffy.
it. It's actually really soft.
I should have told you that yours like got held up in customs with the rest of your stuff.
Oh yeah, that's really funny. Really funny. Because that doesn't hurt. That doesn't. You start to see my gaming room.
Yeah, it's coming out nice.
Let's get
coming out nice.
Let's get put in some hard work. Shout out to Cos as well from TK. He's sending me some TK stuff.
Oh, shout out to Cos, not sending me TK stuff.
I'll get you some stuff. I'll be nice. I'll be generous.
Yeah, I was gonna like try and roast TK, but they're playing pretty good now, so I can't.
Yeah, it's like, we used to be able to, but now we can't.
You guys used to stink.
No, you're actually playing well. A little bit of a difference there, but yeah. 2K action been going on for a little bit today. We're jumping in, I think, round 3. Not that many teams signed up today.
No.
Of course, Super Bowl weekend, maybe some.
Yeah, Ben was trying to explain to me some soccer game going on was like more important than the Super Bowl, which it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, last year's Super Bowl had 113 million
views.
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
Just saying.
All the stats you give me, they don't exist.
No, they just figment of everyone's imagination.
No, they're fake.
Huh? Yeah, fake. Who you rooting for in the Super Bowl?
Nobody.
Nobody?
No, I don't really care.
You're like, isn't New England like close to where
I'd rather have New England win than Seattle.
Why?
For some reason, I don't like Seattle.
New England's the guy with like Tom Brady, who's like a really good quarterback, right? He's like the best quarterback in the world.
He's pretty good. Not as good as Eli Manning. Eli Manning is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Why?
Because he plays for the Giants and they won twice.
How many Super Bowl rings does Tom Brady get?
Oh, what? He's got 3.
Oh, so he's better than Manning then.
No. Eli Manning's the greatest quarterback ever. Right?
But he's won more.
Eli's beaten Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
That's just
Eli Manning he's a hero.
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's my hero.
Eli Manning. Dude, he's a first-round Hall of Famer. I don't know.
Who would win in a fight, Eli Manning or Cristiano Ronaldo? Do you even know what Cristiano Ronaldo looks like?
Eli Manning has this clueless look. He probably wouldn't even know he's in a fight. Sometimes it doesn't even look like he knows he's in a football game.
Yeah, we should probably talk about some Call of Duty stuff.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Upsets.
2K, as we said. Update Nation, first rounded. Bye-bye. See you later. No, I just don't get it, dude. We talk about this every day. I feel like we're a broken record just going on loop and loop and loop talking about this Update Nation lineup and, you know, how we expect them to be doing so much better. Ever since Season 1 actually started, we've kind of been like, give me more. Give me something to get excited about. But the guys over in Update Nation just not able to do so.
I thought they would start to play better. And
Did you really?
Yeah, I mean, I was on the kind of, I think they're going to qualify for Season 1 hype train for a little bit. Oh, they could come back.
Yeah, that train came to a halt real quick, huh?
Train's in some serious need of repair. I have the bracket up, Ron. We can go to that. We can show people what's going on. We back again. That is Up to Gaming.
Back.
They could have probably one of their players play, and they would have the #1 seed at this point.
Over 400,000 pro points.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, it's just silly. SB versus Stunner. That is going to be the game that we are currently in. So we're in the lobby, just waiting for them to start that one up. That'll be a good one. SB playing with their full team. And then Stunner today, it's going to be Fears, Legal, Perplexed, and Chino. So obviously, Vex, we haven't seen him been playing with these guys over the last few weekends.
Yeah, he disappeared.
So they're looking for a fourth now.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that I thought Fears and Legal were staying with Bose and Ricky, but I assume not.
Who knows at this point?
So it seems like they're trying to do their own thing. Bose and Ricky. Be interesting to see who they're playing with this weekend.
Bose tweeted out saying how he's going to have an official announcement on that any day soon. So we'll have to kind of keep our eyes out. But out of those two teams, SB and the Stunner lineup, who do you reckon has the best chance of being up to gaming?
SB.
SB?
Yeah. Okay. They've been together for a pretty long time. I really enjoy watching Fizzard play Advanced Warfare. I don't know if you've tuned into him a little bit, but He has very good movement. His movement's a little bit crazy. He plays in that higher sensitivity, so
Movement
it's
on
like
point.
yeah, he's very good. You'll see when we do this match. Fizz will definitely be a player to look out for. Envy, they are playing as EnvyNet. They should move on. They've been playing extremely well. When you weren't here on Thursday, interviewed Merc. Really kind of got into what they were doing as a team. How he thought things were progressing, and I mean he made a bunch of good points. They are progressing great. I mean the only team they really lose to now is Optic Gaming. So we've seen them kind of take out everybody thus far, and I think Envy, they're in a better spot than they were going into champs last year, and we saw the performance they had last year.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, Merck's never placed outside the top 3. So, at any massive tournament, $1 million tournament. So, I think he always surrounds himself with the right players, and having that statistic as a player is always going to be huge as well. He's always going to have people that want to team up.
I feel like he's a player we don't talk about enough. That he's so consistent. He's. I played with a player like Merc kind of back in the day. Didn't get a lot of credit, whatnot, but you knew what you were getting from him every game. Always played the same. Pretty much you can guarantee. He wasn't going to lose you games. But there are also times where he'll go big and he'll win you games. So Merc's just a very rock solid player to have on any team.
Envy in the quarterfinals looks like they're going to go up against Team
let's see who's on.
I believe that's Mochilla. Who else is on that team?
Ricky, Classic, and Boat. So maybe that's the team that they're going to be looking for. Is that a better team than Fear's Legal, Parasite, and no, Fear's Legal, Ricky, and Bose?
I want to say yes.
I feel like Classic's underrated.
I want to say yes, but then you look at how they perform in the COD League, and it's like, well, these guys are beating everyone. I mean, they've had a little bit of a dry spell recently, but still, that team looked very, very solid. So, I mean, ultimately, it just comes down to players' discretion. Yeah,
no, it definitely comes down. Denal playing with their full team today, going up against Relapsed. Against FaZe Black, that'll be a matchup that we definitely have to look out for. FaZe Black is playing with Slack today. So, Proofy at Michigan Esports right now.
Yeah, he's playing some Call of Duty.
Playing some Call of Duty on LAN. Always getting that little practice. And this will be actually a very good matchup.
Yeah, I was going to say, that game isn't going to be
no, that's not going to be. That's not going to be one that FaZe Black is just going to roll over. It'd be nice to go. Maybe we'll pull up Censor or somebody's stream, and we can keep tabs on that match as well. I think that's going to be one of the closer ones we have in this round. Going further down, we have the Vibe Killers.
That's TK.
Oh, TK.
Yep.
They should get by. That was the team that actually knocked out Optic Nation.
It was.
If I am correct.
Wait, was it?
Yes. XN. So XN, Optic Nation already out. It's not a good thing. And then further down, FaZe. This is the Aches Parasite team.
What's going on with this team recently? Because when they first started playing with each other, they looked straight dominant. They were playing very, very well.
Up and down.
Now it's kind of like, well, I feel like we don't know what we're gonna get when we watch that phase.
It's what happens. I mean, they haven't really kind of figured out roles yet. I think they don't really have somebody who kind of wants to be that first guy in, because you always need a guy that's going to be the first entry person into the hill. They're going to need to be the aggressive person. Who is it for that team? Don't really know. Don't think they know. But we're actually in this SB Stunner game, so we can bring you guys that.
Yeah. Predictions?
I think SB takes it. I think it's going to be a close game, though. But I definitely want to see how Fears in Legal play. I mean, two of since we've started this year, they've been two of my favorite players to watch. Just awesome, humble guys. They've been playing extremely well. I hope they do great at champs. I hope everything works out for them.
Ever since we interviewed them, it's like, well, these guys just want to play.
That was the first time you've ever spoken to Fears, if I remember.
Yeah, it was, and I was really, really surprised. Very, very humble individual. Really, really nice. Really cool dude. There really isn't anything else you can say about him. It's just I was really amazed to see how humble he was, because, of course, that was the time where his team basically imploded upon himself. Parasite was going on rants saying how he didn't want to play anymore. And they still were able to play as a team and get results against some of the better teams.
They can still make noise if they find a good fourth for this team. Somebody's going to kind of get left out of all those other teams that are forming.
They have to.
Somebody eventually is going to have to get left out. This team as a consolation is not the worst thing that could happen.
Right.
We've seen Perplexed, make it to the finals of UMG Orlando with Stunner.
Yeah.
And then, Fears and Legal, they've been playing extremely well in the COD League. They can definitely hang with those top tier players. I think they're one player away. If they had, you can't really put a name on the type of player they would need. I think probably
it's
more.
Strange. It's so difficult to kind of predict who they're going to go for because, as you said, they're very talented players, but I feel everyone is underestimated.
Right.
It's kind of like, oh, that's my plan B. That's not my plan A. Whereas, realistically, these guys are showing us throughout Season 1 and at UMG, they can definitely hang.
Definitely two of the top players in Advanced Warfare. Now, something interesting to note, we were on with Dito before. You're so smart, Ben.
I got you.
AK-12, seeing a lot of players use it now. Mostly extended mags. So you're seeing quick draw, extended mag, and stock. So that's pretty much the loadout you're seeing on these AKs, and it drops very fast, Ben. Me and you played the other night, and I was using it a bit, and definitely does some work.
It's interesting. Ever since the patch, we talked about, guns that have historically been accidentally patched, unintentionally, silent buffs as well. And I'm surprised, IMR is something that I've talked a lot about. We've seen it in CTF especially come out. Hardpoint, it's pretty difficult to try and make use of that. The guys over at Optic Gaming used it a lot. But realistically, in terms of the AK-12, do you reckon that's going to be something which we're going to see more at come COD Champs?
I think we're definitely going to see more of the AK-12. It'll be interesting, though, which teams, adopt to using it. When I was watching Optic Gaming the other night, nobody.
No one.
They just staying with the Bals, ASMs, and still doing well. But then we see some teams, Elevate in the league was using tons of AKs, and then even the new FaZe lineup, Enable running an AK. So you're seeing mixed results. I mean, people are having success with it. People are still having success without it. So it definitely just adds a little bit of gun variation. I think if you're a player that wants to be an AR and needs to play a little bit more aggressive, I think the AK-12 is a pretty nice choice. Somebody like Enable, if he wanted to run an AR, that would be his kind of choice.
Can just pull some havoc with it. Of course, still plenty of time for changes. The European qualifiers going on today. Last time I checked, Epsilon were, I think it was 18-0 in Search and Destroy throughout the qualifiers. Haven't even lost a round. Unsure as to what stage that's at now, because obviously we came into office, but that was going on. Getting ready for the American ones, which is it next week? No.
It is next week.
It is next week, yeah. It is next week. Wow. Time
flies, man.
It really does. It seemed like just yesterday it was all announced. I mean, we keep making plans for it, but teams are going to have to solidify their rosters very, very quickly. That isn't going to give you a lot of time to practice if you haven't done so already.
Nope. This weekend would be the one that you're going to get that practice in, or during the week.
Of course, no 5K tomorrow because of the Super Bowl.
Right.
So that really kind of puts another curveball in for a lot of players that haven't solidified their rosters just yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely does that. Back into this game, though. Pretty close. It looks like, though, SB with the lead. It's going to be Stunner on the hill right now. I think Stunner in the second half, they're going to need a better one from Chino. Chino on this team. Chino on this team right now should be their secondary Slayer with the way they're kind of like made up. I would say Fears is the one who needs to go off as well. 14 and 14 usually don't see those games from Fears, but Legal really is the one keeping them in the game right now. If Legal didn't have this good of a first half, they would probably be down by a whole lot.
Yeah, he's had a solid first half, that's for sure. 24 and 15. Chino, we give Chino a lot of praise. Lots of players, at least the past couple of months, saying he's potentially the best hardpoint player in the game, always dropping consistent numbers. Struggling a little bit in this one, though. Like you pointed out, Matt, started off 0-4, something that you don't normally see from him, but expect to see him definitely step up his game, but pretty much tied here, 106 to 105 after those first rotations. Fizz up on the hill for SB. He falls.
SB is getting really desperate for this hill. They really don't need to do so. You see, they were just kind of, for a while, they were just jumping at it, not really even going for the kills, just kind of jumping at the hill. Definitely not what you would like to see there from Strictly Business. You'd like them to, play for the spawn for the second hill.
Right.
And then even try and set up a little bit for that third hill because, those third and fourth hills are the ones where you're going to give most of your time.
I mean, they're going to get punished because, as you said, they haven't really rotated or set up all those spawns. And you see Stunner on the minimap already set up. Chino going for one last push. And they should be able to pick up a little bit of early time. But this is where those kills are going to be so important. Legal needs to pick up just one here on that mid cut, but nade comes in from Dito, picks up two, and just like that, SB stroll through Stunner's defense and get some time on the hill.
It's a huge play by Dito. I mean, if he doesn't break that, Stunner's completely set up. They probably take the first, 10, 15 seconds of this hill, and they're able to hold it. But just like that, it's illegal coming in, picking up 2 kills, breaking that. Dito's a player, Black Ops 2, I don't think he really got as much credit or, praise as he should have. I thought Black Ops 2, he was a very talented player. I don't think he really ever found the correct team.
Yeah.
Ghost, Dito had a great year, I thought.
US champion?
US champion. They're Strictly Business, one of the best teams going into Champs. You kind of thought they would be in the finals of Champs, but did not make it. They still had a pretty good showing. And then after that, obviously, playing with phase lineups, and then at the end with EG, I thought he had a pretty good Ghost. I think this Strictly Business lineup that they have now, I think they can make some noise in the qualifiers and at Champs.
Oh, without that. It's crazy to see a team stacked with so much talent not in the season.
Right.
And how differently it could be if they were in the season. For example, if they've been playing together at Columbus, I think everyone agrees that they would have qualified. They would have been in season 1, that's for sure. And this team really is stacked. Neslo as well, another fantastic player. We don't really give him as much credit as sometimes he often deserves. But it's crazy to think that's a player who's never been to a Call of Duty World Championship. You've been to more Call of Duty Championships than Neslo has.
I know, because I'm dominant. And
I mean, there is that, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Chino, just to point out, you can see his stats now, definitely turned it around here in the second half of the game, playing much better, and it's going to have Stunner taking the lead right here. They're going to have to start rotating, though. You see the guys from Strictly Business, they're already getting that far cut. It's the one player all the way that was lit up. That is going to be John. He's going to get that furthest cut, and that's exactly how you want to rotate, Ben. A lot of people, they don't really know how to rotate properly. The first person to the hill wants to take the furthest cut. You want to have that person push out to the farthest lane to cut that off first. That's your first play, because if that first person doesn't take that farthest cut, if they play a little bit further back, they run into the hill, kill you, then then your teammates can't really get back onto it, and you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, that's kind of how you throw away a rotation very quickly, and we kind of saw that on the second hill as well. We talked about how it got broken so quickly. Well, kind of hard hill to really get a lot of control. But there's a lag going on. Hopefully that gets resolved. Chino, as you said, definitely stepping things up. Is it going to be enough, though? Over a 30-point lead on the second to last hill, and I am kind of surprised SB are losing this one. I don't want to point fingers, but Fizz with a very, very slow game for Strictly Business, only 22 and 28. Been struggling all game long. Neslo about to drop 40. 3 seconds of scrap time left, and now it comes down to pretty much holding this entire hill for Strictly Business. John and Dito going to try and go big. Solar's a hardpoint where twice in a 2K we've seen Neslo team kill for the loss in very, very close games. Yeah. So hopefully he doesn't do a similar thing again.
Nope, that would not be good, but you're going to see it's going to be
so much lag.
Stunner controlling that hill. I know, so much lag right here. But SB doesn't look like they're going to be able to win this one.
Yep, that's going to do it. Mathematically impossible. So Stunner go 1-0 up in the lead against Strictly Business. We'll try and get that lag addressed. Not sure what's causing it. Could just possibly be the game. But Strictly Business is going to have to rely on that search and destroy to come up clutch for them. Stacked S&D lineup, man.
Yeah, Strictly Business and S&D, that's going to be their kind of main strength with Neslo, Fizzer, Dito, and John. I mean, all of them very capable S&D players. I think on the other side, you're going to look for Perplexed and Fears, 2 pretty decent S&D players. Perplexed, very good. Fears is up and down. Fears will either go huge or, won't play his best. That was one of Parasite's kind of complaints about that team with their S&D. So be interesting to see how that one turns out. Was just watching Parasite.
Yes.
They won in a close game 3, so they're moving on. But still good go to that final game.
So Fate's progressing through. They look as if they should play Team Caliber in the quarterfinals. For now, guys, quick commercial break. When we return, game number 2 between Stunner and SB.